Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. How are we doing today? I'm checking in. How are we doing today? How's it going? Let me know in the comments below. And while you're down there, make sure to hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, give this video a like or dislike. It doesn't matter. I really don't care because, shocker, engagement's engagement. So for today's video, I'm going to be showing you what I did for my bullet journal for the month of July. July is my birthday month, so I'm very excited to celebrate this glorious birthday. And on top of that, I did a Harry Potter theme this month because Harry Potter's birthday in canon is July 31st. So I was like, why not? I love me some Harry Potter.
Despite what the author of Harry Potter may or may not be spewing on Twitter,
I still love Harry Potter as a universe of sorts. So I felt like I wanted to honor that a little bit. So now before I start and continue to ramble, let's just get right on into the video. So we are starting off with my cover page for this month. I started by spelling out the word July in the typical Harry Potter font that we all know and love. We see everywhere, that we all immediately recognize as the Harry Potter font. And from there I moved on to doing this very simple outline drawing of Hogwarts. I don't know if I've said it in the past, but I'm pretty sure that it's kind of implied by now that we all know that I'm awful at drawing, and so this is pretty much as good as it's gonna get, is this very, very sketchy, free-handed, eyeballing picture of Hogwarts. And I really wanted to film at extra space to make it not look super duper minimal. Filled that extra space in with just basic star doodles and cloud doodles and a little baby moon. And now I'm zooming you guys in so we can get a closer peek at what I'm doing for my quote page. Now, normally, everyone else, has a Dumbledore quote in their arsenal for stuff like this they want to use, but I love the Potterless podcast so much. I'm going to link the podcast down below because I am obsessed with it. And so they, on their Instagram account, posted this quote by Kingsley Shacklebolt, who's literally such an underrated Harry Potter character. And I was like, this is so fitting for everything that's going on in the world right now, and I wanted to commemorate that. So I used this Kingsley Shacklebolt quote for my quote page, and I loved how it turned out. It's probably some of the best calligraphy that I think that I've done in a very, very long time. So next up, we're moving on to my monthly spread. I brought back the individual boxes for each day of the month, kind of a spread. I just really wanted something that was going to fill up the whole page, and I really like how it ended up looking out. Again, I wrote July out in that typical Harry Potter font, and left some room to the right of the calendar to write down events and any notes and stuff. And I ended up filling down the bottom of the page with a quote from the Marauders Map. Prisoner of Azkaban is my favorite book out of the series, and probably my favorite movie out of the series too. But don't look because I kind of messed up at some point, so it looks really bad. But I tried my best to fix it. And that's the beauty of bullet journaling, is guess what, guys? You're gonna mess up, and that's totally fine. Because nobody else has to see it, unless you're like me and you're putting your stuff on YouTube, but I digress. Alright, and we are moving on to my habit tracker and my mood tracker for this month. If you've seen my other videos thus far, you obviously have noticed that each and every month this spread changes drastically because I am indecisive and can never figure out what's going to work best for me when it comes to a habit tracker page. So my habit tracker layout is always changing, and this month I was really lazy and didn't want to draw individual boxes for every single habit that I felt like tracking. So I just drew a big one, a big old box. And as you can see, I kind of made it a little bit too big because I was like grasping at straws trying to figure out what habits to track to fill on the actual box. So I made it work though, so it's all good. And then after that, let me tell you right now, this mood tracker, why I have such a bad habit of choosing some pretty time consuming to draw out mood trackers, but I pride myself on wanting to stay on brand. So here we are. So every day of the month has its own little potion bottle. We're just gonna pretend that it's Snape's little potion cabinet full of different moods. So the darker purple is going to be the crappier mood. The lighter color purple is going to be the happier mood. And so we will see just how great it turns out. And again, this hurt my hand to draw out, but I'm kind of really proud of it. So here we are. Basically, I took a lot of inspiration for a lot of these spreads from Pinterest, and I actually created a July Plan With Me like pin board. So I will link that down below so you guys can get a sneak peek or get a look at everything that I literally took inspiration from this spread. That and then some, because there are some things that I found that I ended up not using that I might want to use in the future. So I will link that down below so you guys can get a good idea of where my mind was at when I was like picking spreads, because let's be real, when it comes to this stuff, like I'm not super creative about picking things that from the top of my head, so I need a lot of inspiration because I'm a visual person. So we are moving on to the next part of my spread, which is all birthday themed, because my birthday is the 21st of July. I'm gonna be old, I'll be 28, which is old in my book, but I digress. So we're starting off by setting up a birthday wish list spread. I mean, you guys all know what a wish list is, so I'm not gonna like explain what a wish list is. So if I think of anything that I may or may not want, either to buy myself or if anyone asks if I want anything, I can pinpoint them to this as I think of things. And I kept it minimal. I do a really janky golden snitch in the corner and also a really janky broom at the bottom just to add things. Again, I'm a really shitty drawer, as you guys can tell. And then on the other page, we move over, and I decided to make a list of 28 things that I learned at 28, which will be beneficial to me to write down because I want to turn that into a video that I may or may not be making at the end of the month. So we'll see. Hopefully I stick through that. Call me out if I don't post it. But I figure it's like another way to do like a gratitude list, but like not feel the pressure of having to fill something in every single day for 31 days. Instead, I'm only narrowing it down to 28, which really isn't that much less work. And last but not least, we are moving on to my weekly spread. Yeah, I said weekly spread because bringing back days of the week, it's going to give me a semblance of feeling like things are kind of going back to normal, even though it's going to be a new normal. It's still going to be some semblance of normalcy, in quotes. So, I mean, again, it's still very, very simple, very, very, like, plain. And to keep that whole Harry Potter theme going, I used the font to spell out July 2020, even though the last 2 days of June are in my first week spread. We're just gonna ignore that. And I'm sure that I will add colors to this. I'm not quite sure if I'll add any, like, doodles to this, because at this point, like, I'm very discouraged by my drawing abilities. So maybe we'll just leave it the way that it is. Who knows? We'll see. And that being said, let's move on to the final flip through. that's it for the video. I hope you guys liked my spread as much as I liked it. And I hope that you guys stick around to see what I do next month. So before you leave, make sure that you hit that subscribe button, ring that bell so you get notified every single time I upload a video. Don't forget to like this video if you liked it, and leave a comment down below. Who's your favorite Harry Potter character? I need to know. Clearly, my favorite Harry Potter character is the Weasley twins. I love them very much. I mean, look at my shirt. I'm a stan. What can I say? Now, thank you guys again so much for watching. I hope you guys are having a great day, night, morning, whatever you're watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.